Kirky Mo here with video number 5. I wasn't sure if any of you even looked at it yet. I know there was just a couple views right now on the videos that I posted 2 weeks ago, but I'm not sure if I should have posted part 2. But I want to let people know of what I'm going through and have went through. I know there's many people out there worse than myself, and I am grateful for what I do have. I just want to reach somebody and let them know that this is what I'm going through, and if they're going through the same thing, we can get through this together. But I did post it while I was in the hospital last year, back in January. I was in an accident. So some of the things that's happened to me over the last couple years, especially the last year, was a divorce. After 19 years of a divorce, 2 boys. I had to move twice, basically into an apartment and then now into a small home. My mom did pass. As I mentioned, in January of last year, I was in a pretty bad car accident, shattered my pelvis, totaled the car, had no job. Not sure what happened. I think I talked about this maybe last time. If I didn't, I don't know what happened. It was a buddy of mine, worked there for 16 years, I think is what it, 14 years, and not really sure what happened. He did reach out to me once to see if I could do some things, and I wasn't able to yet. I couldn't even get up off the couch or the chair that I sit in. Um, and we just kind of left it. We have talked since, but neither one of us brought it up. So after 14 years, poof, job gone, I guess. I don't know if it was me. I don't know if it was him. I don't know what happened. I know it sounds weird, but that's just the way it went. Um, so, like I said, I ended up getting another job. Made some good money up front. It's basically home improvement with another buddy. Only worked there, well, made money for about 2 months and good money. That got me through. I caught up. Tried to pay some credit cards off that I used while paying off medical bills and paying my bills while I wasn't for 6 months able to do anything. But that job I haven't made money since August, so that's the job that I quit recently to start this business. Um, I am at the point of being very scared, can't make some bills, possibly considering a bankruptcy. I don't know how that's going to affect what I'm trying to do here with the business, and I'll find out. But I mean, we're talking well over $100,000 in medical bills, and then the credit card debt that I accumulated over the last year. Trying to keep up with that, and that it's just not feasible. I really don't know the other option. I'm very embarrassed about it. Um, and again, I don't even know how I'm going to pay for what I do have after the bankruptcy, because I used all my savings during the accident, time off, and bottom line is I'm scared. But my point of all that is not to get a sympathy card. I want to reach somebody that's going through something similar, or even worse, or maybe not as bad, just to say we can still do this. I know I'm still not the most motivated person yet, and I know this is a motivational video, and again, hopefully by the time 30, 40, 60, 100 videos come in, and you watch it from the beginning, you'll see that I'm not very inspirational at the beginning, and I know I'm not, but I hope things will change. So right now I still can't sit too long. Um, I can't stand very long. I can't walk without a cane. Sometimes it takes me, an hour or so to really start moving in the morning. Um, and the car that I'm borrowing, I'm very grateful that my buddy's letting me use it. It's the one that the tire did come off. I think I told you that. It's not always starting when I'm doing these what I call drops. So I'm doing a business to business venture. So I stop, I drop things off, introduce myself, try to get to the decision maker if feasible, and tell them who I am, what I'm doing. If I get that, by the way, I'm successful. If I don't, kind of like everybody else in sales on business to business, you're following up, and it's kind of a crapshoot from there. But um, again, not playing the sympathy card, but out of money basically. I did have some web work that needed to be done, and I had to put that on PayPal credit. Luckily, I had enough of that left to be able to pay the developer to make a few changes. It's maxed out. Luckily, he was only a couple hours worth of work to do some things I done there. Have been missing some bills. I can't work. I tried to do Social Security, disability, but I'm able to work at the same time. But I can't move. I can't drive due to my record. No one would insure me. I do go out and I still drive to do these drops because I got to do something. I can't just sit here. Phone calls don't work. Emails don't always work. So I got to get out there and show myself. So there's just been a lot of praying and a lot of faith. So on the 1st of February, I did make drops. Still no yeses. Really no no's either. So I just keep the faith. I just made a note there that I did have to charge gas that day because I still have to get around. It's my last card. And it worked. I don't know if I'm over the limit or if it just let me. I don't know. I did come home that night and lots of tears. Lots of tears. I just kind of wept like a baby uncontrollably, which is unusual. It was weird. So I just did a lot of praying and reading that night. Whatever the 3rd and 4th was, which I think was a Thursday and a Friday, I just done lots of drops. Again, dropping that information off. I do have some brochures made up or flyers. Still no yeses, but no nos either. People aren't getting the courage to tell me no. I don't know if they feel bad, if they're interested, if they're just busy. I'm kind of getting all of that, but nobody's telling me no straight up. And I want them to because I want feedback. I want to know why they wouldn't want to take advantage of this. So I did mix my approach up while stopping there. I'm not giving as much information. I still am doing that handout. But I am creating a little bit more of a sense of urgency that there's only non-spots, and that's what there is with the business that I'm doing. I'm not just taking anybody. I'm not just approaching anybody. They have to meet some criteria, pretty extensive criteria to do business with me. So I'm not just taking anybody. I'm not just taking a new company. I'm not taking a rum-dum that's got terrible reviews either. So, just to let you know, I did miss another bill. That was last week. It was a car payment of the car I totaled in December of this year. Again, had a little health issue and passed out, crashed a car. As long as I'm on my meds, I'm okay. So I've been taking the meds to make sure that that does not happen again. But that's what it was. I didn't do much on that Monday either. So what I'm doing is it is free for the businesses that participate. It's kind of a directory that I'm doing. As I said, you got to meet criteria, and it's broken down into different categories. There are ways to make money, and I have made some occasionally, but the front end of it doesn't, for them to participate, because I want to show them what I'm going to do for them. So when I do come to them to charge, it's going to be a no-brainer at that point, because they're going to see what they saved in the direction I'm going. It's just a matter of getting them without being too salesy with it. I mean, who the heck will save somebody money and give them free advertising? That doesn't happen. That's what I'm doing. Might not be the best idea, but that's the only way I can populate my database right now. Did some drops last week at the end of the week. Again, at the very last one, the car wouldn't start again. After about 20 minutes of sitting there trying to start it and getting very impatient, it did end up starting. It's kind of embarrassing if you're parked right out front. Not only does it have a big dent in the back and it's old, and the muffler's been cut off of it because it was loose, but now the dents from when the tire came off, the wheel well's all damaged. But now the car won't start, so you're sitting out there trying to get somebody's business and try to be as professional as possible, and you look like somebody that can't afford anything, which I can't. But it's hard to get somebody's business that way too. So I've been parking a little further, walking with my cane from the corner where they can't see me, or a little further away so they don't see what I'm driving in case it doesn't start. I guess that's about it. I didn't get the quote this week. I got one and I forgot to write it down, and I apologize. I'll try to get a little motivational quote for next time. But I do need 81 spots filled. I'm at about 20. Like I said, out of those 20, some people do purchase some things through me that I do offer, and I need a big one right now. So hopefully somebody comes up with some things. I'll send some things out tonight and probably tomorrow morning. But you'll hear from me again in a week or two, and I hope I have some good news. Again, subscribe, follow me, send me any suggestions. I don't want to hear really that you're going through a tough time like me, because it's so hard to get through the day with depression and anxiety and that stupid thing called money. But again, we're all going to get through it. So, I mean, if you want to vent to me, do so. If you have suggestions, I'm always open to suggestions as well. I hope I can become a little more motivational here soon. But again, like, subscribe, follow me, whatever it is, here on YouTube. And again, shooting for video 30, 40, 50, and I'm going to start having some better news and being a little more upbeat and a little more professional with the setting and the equipment that I'm using, hopefully, to show you where I started and where I'm going and where I'm at that time. So anyway, this is Monday instead of Sunday nights like I usually do, but I hope to get you another one next week or the following Sunday night, and we'll see what happens. I appreciate you listening to me. Again, send me some words of encouragement and suggestions of topics, or suggestions of making it through, or anything with the sales, business to business, door to door, cold calling. It's grunt work. It's hard. You got to pump yourself up to go in there. No one's been mean to me. I don't know if it gets thrown away right away as soon as I turn around and hobble out of there with my cane or not, but it's tough. But I think it's all going to pay off once people start seeing it. So anyway, see you next time. Thanks for listening.